Welcome to The Lantern. To all of you watching in Nigeria and around the world, I am Babajide Ogunsawo. Tonight, we begin a special series on the plans, goals, manifestos of those who want to become Nigeria's next president. Our focus today is on how they want to build a state of peace for you, security. Nigeria's 18 presidential candidates are counting on your vote. The 18 presidential candidates say they are qualified. Each says they have the master key. 17 men and 1 woman believe they can win. But tonight's analysis is not about gender inequality in Nigeria's political parties. It is about similarities and the differences of the security plans of 2 presidential candidates. 2 out of the 18 presidential candidates were chosen not only because they rank high in public opinion polls. Their manifestos are the easiest to find, and their security programs are the most talked about in the public space. If security is the most important criteria for you, then who should you vote for? Who are these candidates, and what does their manifesto say about security? We will find out tonight. And later on the show, I will take a look at the state of the race to Nigeria's 2023 general elections. But first things first. In 1999, when Nigeria leaped onto the field of democracy, the winning slogan was Operation Fix Nigeria. 24 years after, Nigeria is still being fixed, still undergoing surgery. Many have their doubts about the skills of the surgeons that have been treating Nigeria. Next year, Nigerians will again have a chance to replace its chief surgeon. So who should we hold responsible for the quality of treatment that Nigeria gets next? Everyone should be held responsible. Everyone. Those who will vote and those who do not want to vote. Those who will sell their votes and those who will buy them. Those who cause electoral violence and those who electoral violence is their cause. Those who fail on made promises and those who fail to make promises. Political parties who promise to stand for unity but yet remain seated on the floors of division. Political parties who vow to speak the truth, yet they brush their teeth with paste of lies. Who should be held responsible for the treatment Nigeria gets next? Again, you're welcome to the super story of Nigeria, a nation that is fragile, yet too strong to be broken. We'll take a break here to look at some of the best pictures of the week. But when we return, I will analyze the security plans that Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu have for you. Welcome back to the Lantern. We begin tonight's analysis with the words of Uzoma Nwakpa, better known by his stage name, Dr. Alban. It's my life.
It's my life, take it or leave it, set me free. What's that crap? I know it all. I got my own life, you got your own life. Live your own life and set me free. Mind your business and live my business. You know everything, Papa know it all. Very little knowledge is dangerous. Stop bugging me, stop bothering me, stop bugging me, stop fussing me, stop fighting me, stop yelling me. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life, my world. It's my life. It's my life, my world.
It is now 3 decades that Dr. Alban released that hit single, It's My Life. Sweet melody. Yes, it is. It's my life. It's Dr. Alban's life. He sings that he takes responsibility for his decisions. But what if Dr. Alban takes an action that influences your decision, and your decision influences me to react in such a way that it influences Dr. Alban? Will it be right for us to still sing, It's My Life? My point is, it's your life, it's your vote, and you can do whatever you want with it. But that is only one way to look at it. A broader way to look at it is, it's our lives. You see, there's not one of us that can say we are 100% ourselves. Your actions, inactions, and decisions are a complex derivation of every other person's actions, inactions, and decisions. So, why is all these important? The little choices you make shape the world and all of humanity. And if security is a priority for you, especially in voting for Nigeria's next president, then you do not want to miss this moment. President Buhari, the presidential candidates of the APC, Bola Tinubu, the PDP's Atiku Abubakar, have some ideas in common. I will analyze this. I will also take a look at which of President Buhari's security programs Bola Tinubu wants to hold on. And finally, I will tell you what stand out in Tinubu's and Atiku's security plans for Nigeria. But let's start with the security ideas that are common to President Buhari, Bola Tinubu, and Atiku Abubakar. All three align their programs to the provisions of the Constitution. All three say they have a comprehensive development program for communities, states affected by insurgency. Listen carefully to this. The 2022 Global Terrorism Index says that in spite of Nigeria's security challenges, its military has made progress. For example, in 2021, the most respected terrorism report in the world reveals that only one country outperformed Nigeria in reducing deaths related to terrorism. That is the fact. And so, candidate Bola Tinubu, candidate Atiku Abubakar agree on this, and they say they can further improve this result, especially by investing in capacity development programs for the armed forces. They both also want to increase the number of personnel of Nigeria's armed forces. Atiku has the target of an additional 1 million police officers. Like President Buhari, Atiku and Tinubu plan to improve Nigeria's border security. They want to address the fundamental causes of insecurity: poverty, social injustice, and disempowerment. Tinubu and Atiku have a plan to invest in activities in the Niger Delta region, aquacultural activities. Now, which of President Buhari's security programs does Tinubu want to continue? He says if he wins, investment in Nigeria's domestic weapons industry and technology will be among his priorities. and winning the hearts and minds of citizens through human rights reforms. The anti-terrorism battalion programs as well will be among the things he will do. Like President Buhari, Bola Tinubu sees value in collaboration with our neighbors. Is there anything new about Tinubu's security programs? Yes. Number one, he is pushing for an intelligence-led security approach. Number two, the reform of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. And number three, a critical infrastructure protection plan. Regarding security, PDP's Atiku Abubakar has some original, innovative ideas and quite interesting concepts about how he wants to build on the state of peace in Nigeria. What makes Atiku's security plans unique? Number one, Atiku says a national birth register plays a role in Nigeria's long-term peace and unity. Number two, Atiku says he stands firm on his belief that the civil population collaborating with the military operations can restore peace to all parts of Nigeria. And number three, Atiku is clearer and direct with his choice of words. He will restructure and decentralize security operations. And if you put all of these together, what does it mean? If Tinubu wins and implements all his security programs, Nigeria will be better off. If Atiku wins and implements his security ideas, Nigerians will be better off. The problem is, can they do it? Will they do it? And what will happen if they don't do it? Finally, between Tinubu and Atiku, who has a better security manifesto? You now have all the information to decide. We will take a break here to listen to the voice of the common. But when we return, I'll take a look at the state of the race to the 2023 general elections.
I've not read any manifesto and I'm not interested in reading any of the manifesto because this is not the first time they're coming up with a manifesto. So, and even if you look at it, even the present condition that we are in now, the man that put us in this very condition, he came with a manifesto, a very sweet one. You understand? So, talking about manifesto is basically, we all know the people contesting. We all know their past. You understand? But it's just that Nigeria is a place where we are divided according to our ethnic and religious divides. You understand? So issue of this manifesto is, for me personally, I don't think it's necessary because we all know them.
I don't think I've read any. I'm not opportune, but I watched on channels where Peter Obi was in Nasarawa. He said what he's going to do is going to bring food security, electricity, and is it water or so, I think. But I'm sure he mentioned he's going to curb food security, electricity, and one other thing, while in Nasarawa doing his thing.
No, not really. Because I'm not interested in any listening to the manifesto of presidential or governorship election. I don't want, because the reason is that with the current situation of this country is not encouraging to that level that you'll be listening to such, because everybody, with the situation of country, everybody mind his own business. Because upon the manifesto and the likes, when they get to the post, they are not ready to do anything. They are fitting there for their own personal interest, for their family, and they only know about to travel out and the rest.
No. Why? I have right to say yes or no. You know something now, but I have to. When you ask me a question, I will say my mind. You know something now.
I've not. Yeah, because there's nothing to read about it. Seeing the whole thing, you all know that they're all still going to tell us lies. So I just found it not interesting. to do.
I've not read it. Why? Because of how the country is, we're not even okay with it. Everything is too hard. So that's why I've not read it.
I have not. I just haven't had the time to read it. I haven't gotten the opportunity to see any. So I cannot comment on any manifesto right now.
Zan gaya ma gaskiya ko ba haka ba, a da ban san me ake kira politics ba, ko ba haka ba ne, amma kuma sai na zo na dubi politics, ko ba haka ba. So ni abinda zan faɗi illa in ce kowane ne shugaba a Najeriya, ko ba haka ba, Allah Ubangiji ya zaba mana shugaba na gari wanda zai kyautata ma al'umma, ya kyautata wa talakawa, don ni ma ba ni da shi talaka ne. So muna roƙon Allah ya ba mu shugaba kowane ne, ban ce musulmi ba ko Christian, wanda zai makasa aiki. Talakawa suna cikin wani hali, kuma a Najeriya yanzu ma haka muna cikin wani hali. So mun san da cewar insha Allah in Allah ya taimake mu ka ci gaba da addu'a, Allah Ubangiji zai ba mu leader na gari.
No. Manifestos are like things that a candidate is aspiring to do or wants to do. I haven't, but from the videos I've seen, and I think that's enough to know their manifesto. So, but I've not read the actual manifesto, no.
Truly, I've not. I just heard about one of them that is just a rebranding of the manifesto of late MK Abiola's manifesto. So I've not really sat down to go through the actual manifesto of the candidates.
No, Tika. Kò sí nǹkan bẹ̀t pé kò sí ẹni tí yóò jẹ́ lè dìbò fún bẹ̀t gbogbo ẹ̀sìn rí náà ló fà nílé kí yóò lè kálọ̀ nǹkan báyẹn bẹ̀t now.
Okay, I think they are just, from the ones that I've read, there are things that we've had before. So I just hope that whatever manifestos they are putting out there, they are willing to, walk the walk with the talk. So we've had a lot of good manifestos in times past. So I just hope that this time around, the people actually mean what they are putting out. Yeah.
It's neither here nor there, because most of the parties have demonstrated a lack of little ideology in the narrative they are churning out going into the campaign season. For the major candidates, like the presidential candidate for the APC, the PDP and the Labour Party, I would say yes, they have shown signs of some degree of readiness for the task ahead. But the people still need to engage more so that we can get them to focus on the issues that agitate the minds of Nigerians.
No, I haven't. Because the whole thing is just kind of tiring the whole system, so it's just pissed off about it, and that's why I haven't read any of those things, and I just don't have that time, and that's just it.
I just grant through. I've not read it deeply. You understand? I just look at the, let's say, the headlines or their points. That's what I've looked at, but I've not read down.
No. The reason is like things are actually happening. When you talk about the Nigerian government, I believe all of them are just actually the same thing. Because of why I say so is because I see the same person actually in this particular party, and then before you know it, the winning party, the losing party will now join the winning party. And I don't want to mention names. All I see is that all these same cabals have been running this country for a very long time. So I see no difference about it. So me reading about this thing, what do I have to read? As in the things I actually see, you understand, at least I can actually tell. These are the same people that we've actually been seeing years, and then they are still running the country, and then things are not really fine. So that's just what I have to say.
No, I haven't. I've actually not seen it. I've not seen it anyway, so.
I've heard about it, but I've not seen it.
Well, I've not taken time to go through their manifestos. I've not taken time to go through them. Yes, I did. I read few of the, but I'm not, let me say, I'm not really moved with the manifesto or whatever, because to me, I think they've failed us, especially the youth. So.
No, I've not read anyone. I'm not into politics like that.
No, because I'm not a politics fan.
Yes, I have.
No, I haven't read any manifesto, but I've watched videos, I've read newspapers, and I've seen quite a lot, and I've heard a lot from people too as well. So.
No, because I don't believe in their manifestos.
Welcome back. Just before we take a look at the state of the race, let's first take a look at the top 10 biggest stories of this week.
These are the top 10 stories in Nigeria this week. At number 10, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, stated that 3 state governors are on their radar over stashed cash. The federal government is targeting loans from China, Portugal, and Turkey to complete the rail projects in Nigeria. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, prepares to strike as lecturers get half pay. On the Tigray ceasefire in Ethiopia, global leaders admire former President Olusegun Obasanjo for his role in this achievement. Court orders interim forfeiture of 40 properties linked to Ike Ekweremadu. The federal government of Nigeria tightens measures against Ebola outbreak. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, disowns Labour Party manifesto circulating in the public. The Nigerian military kills 7 wanted terrorists in Berinigwari local government area, Kaduna State. Davido and Chioma loses son. For the number 1 story in Nigeria this week, President Buhari has declared his support to Central Bank of Nigeria on the redesign of the Naira notes.
My grandfather once told me, Jide, in life, if you want to win, you have to first identify your path to victory. So tonight, on the state of the race, our attention is the path to victory that is most guaranteed for the presidential candidates, the influence of Nigeria's northwest region on who becomes Nigeria's next president. There are 3 things that I want to quickly share with you tonight. The first, most of Nigeria's voters live in the northwest. 1 out of every 4 names that are on the voter database of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is from the northwest. Number 2, in Nigeria's last 4 decades, there have been 9 presidential elections. 6 out of 9 times, whoever wins the northwest becomes president. In simple terms, a victory in Nigeria's northwest region gives a presidential candidate an almost 60% chance of winning the election. The third and final, only 3 southern presidential candidates have lost the majority of votes in the Northwest, but they still won the election. How did they do it? What was their secret? And how can you become Nigeria's president if you lose the Northwest? We will find out next week. Thanks to all of you for being a part of tonight's show. God bless you, and I'll see you same time next week Sunday.